Greetings, my friend. You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here. And now, for the first time, we are bringing you the full story of what happened. We are giving you all the evidence, the incidents, the places. My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer.
Here it is, the Baco Tunes podcast with Matt Munoz. Audio brought to you by Chain Cone Clark.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am joined in studio by the one, the only, JFP.
Woo woo!
I can't believe it.
Thank you, brother.
Wow, I can't believe this. Now, this is one of those interviews that has been like years in the making. Because let me give you a little bit of backstory. When I was at the Bakersfield Californian, I had a product called Bacotopia, which was kind of like the MySpace of Bakersfield. And we had this is the mid 2000s, economy was going great. Media places were starting all these new kind of, pioneering products, boom, boom, boom. And so MySpace was real big. So the Bakersfield Californian says, I want to have like a MySpace of Bakersfield. They said, Matt Munoz, we want you to be in charge. I was like, sure. I had no idea what to do, but I'm going to learn on the spot.
Yes.
But they also said, you're going to have creative control. Just bring us the magic, which allowed me to get acquainted with the Bakersfield music scene a little bit more outside of what I knew, but it was also to discover so many new artists. People were sending me demo after demo. I didn't know about all these things existed. Where is this from? Where is this from? And one of the things that had come across my desk one time was a demo by a rapper named JFP. Now, not just JFP, but J-effing-P.
You do gotta say it,
Yeah, and it was also there was a band that was called the Munchers.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, well let me find out more about this. Oh, okay. It's a gay themed at that time.
Yep.
And we've learned a lot since then, but it was like at this time it's a gay themed band. They're called the Munchers. Okay, there's a little hidden joke in there. I'm like,
Yep.
I get it. I
You
love
get it.
this. And JFP is a queer rapper. She's a lesbian. This was all new. I was like, this is definitely a pioneering thing, especially for Bakersfield to be, But we, at the time, Bacotopia was like, you could bring that. We could talk about it in conservative old Bakersfield. So, which at that time, she sent me the music. I listened to the songs. I was like, this is great. This is fantastic. And that was back in the late 2000s.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to I want to get some more backstory on you. I want to talk about everything that's happened. So Julie, JFP, are you just Julie Potter? Or
You do not have to cuss on the radio.
Okay. Well,
You can decide what the F means to you.
okay, yes. So I'm just going to say JFP. So JFP, let's talk about let's break it down. Let's go back.
Okay.
Are you from Bakersfield?
I am born and raised as a driller, a renegade, a roadrunner. Wayne Van Horn Elementary School. I was a Thompson Tyrolean when they were still the Swedish mountain climbers before they became Thompson Timberwolves. The Baker boys played our 8th grade prom. What? I'm OG Bakersfield. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, so 100% Bakersfield, born and raised.
Yeah,
You got
without
the
question.
history. You got everything.
Yeah.
And, oh, God, where do I even start with this? You just set off a bunch of things in my mind. Okay, so were you in school? Like, what is your earliest musical memory as far as how you got into music? Were you in the choir? Were you singing in church? What were you doing?
I was writing poetry. So I started out just writing because I didn't see anyone like me rapping. So it wasn't in my head for a long time. But I mean, I grew up on Run DMC. My first 45 was an album, Run DMC, UB My mom was an aerobics instructor in Bakersfield, and she'd go to the warehouse digging through records, so I grew up early on that stuff. But I'm sorry, what was your question?
Yeah. Well, you kind of already tapped into it,
Yeah.
like a little bit of your earliest musical memories as far as that. You just told us about hip hop, but but your formation. So you're writing poetry,
Just
but like
writing,
developing
yeah.
your voice. Were you singing in choir? Were you doing anything like that?
No, I was an athlete. I played sports. No, I didn't.
What was your sport? De jour.
My favorite sport would be basketball,
Uh-huh.
but I'm a shorty spice. I should have went harder in softball. I probably could have got a scholarship in softball, but my heart was in basketball. You know, I'm a Laker
What
girl.
position? What position were you playing softball?
Oh, I'm outfield. I got an arm. I got a rocket. So
Oh.
I'm left field, and I'm gonna tag you out. Yeah.
You know, just real quick, like I was watching one of the gigs. I was eating pizza at a pizza place, and they were showing one of the collegiate softball teams, and you just see. I'm always amazed by watching the pitchers
Oh yeah.
because they do the swoop, and it just
Yeah.
shoots like a rocket.
Yeah. Underhand ain't no joke.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, and these women are solid. I mean, they're
Absolutely.
just like. Just amazing. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Real
so
athletes, for
softball. I
sure.
just had to touch on that
Yeah,
because
no, that's
women's
cool.
softball. Yeah, it's just amazing.
Hardcore.
Okay, so hip hop. You're listening to Run DMC.
Yeah, I just grew up, but as a Bakersfield girl,
Mm-hmm.
like I had KUZZ stickers on my cuz country radio,
Oh.
as a honky tonk girl in my house. So, but when hip hop started being influenced, my whole world changed. I'd say my freshman year at BHS, someone put the Chronic tape in my hand and was like, "You need this," and my mind exploded and my life changed. And I'd say all through high school, like I was known for knowing all the lyrics to the song. So if you didn't know what the rap was in the song, you wouldn't have found me. And like I'd be on this bus, like going to games, like teaching girls the lyrics to the raps because I just was in love with it and would memorize everything. So
Well, were you writing your own? Because you said you were poetry.
I was still writing poetry. Like I didn't
Well,
like
what type of poetry was it? Like all mellow?
both. High school heartbreak. Lots of heartbreak stuff, and we're emotional women, and yeah, like it didn't really like. I don't know, maybe early 20s. I was still in Bakersfield. I definitely wrote my first rap in Bakersfield, without question. Oh God, I wish I could remember it. It'll take me a minute to come back to me, but
Did it have a hibbity hop hop in it? No.
no, close. I'm sure it did.
So, but you're growing up like definitely in one of the I would say they always throw that term the golden era around, but like one of the
Yeah.
kind of the premium eras of like kind of hardcore rap.
Yeah,
So
for
when
sure.
you're talking about
Gangster rap.
you're talking about the
Cop
Chronic
Killer.
and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ice-T I had body count from Ice-T with a cop killer on it before they rescinded it and took it off. And I
Yeah.
remember going, I have that real, the OG one.
Were you playing this at home, or what did your folks say?
Yeah. Luckily I had an excessive amount of freedom, so probably too much. Luckily I was a good kid and didn't do other horrible things. I just wanted to play music and be free. But yeah, they let me play whatever I wanted. It was cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the time, so you were talking about the Baker Boys, who were very instrumental in like definitely
Absolutely.
helping to push some hip hop in Bakersfield.
Sure.
They're actually their hip hop master mix show is on Saturdays right here on Forge 103.9
Oh, dope.
and 3 to 7. On both Forge stations, little ding, ding, ding about the stations of the
There
Baker
you
Boys.
go.
I knew they had to come back because they were
Yes.
just kind of wandering. I said,
Yeah.
they have to be back back
Absolutely.
home.
There are way too many places to not be here.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
And this, at the Baker, and people, it's funny how people say, "Oh, the Baker Boys." Oh, you mean that stands for Bakersfield? I was like, well, what do you think it stands?
right. Do you know them?
Baker, Missouri.
Right.
I'm like,
Hilarious.
where- So, all right. So, hip hop is obviously a big part of your upbringing in life. When did you step into the role as an MC?
I went to I studied abroad in college from San Francisco State to the University of Amsterdam.
What was your major?
I was actually business at the time at San Francisco State, but to be able to go to Amsterdam, I was getting a minor in sexuality studies because I had to get to Amsterdam University specifically, so I had to this is why I need to go there. So I'm just like, how do I get to Amsterdam? And there I started doing improv. So because I got on stage doing improv gave me such a amazing base because improv is so freeing. Like the motto of improv is yes and. There's no wrong anything. It's yes and. How do I build? How do I build on top of it? So I got on stage for the first time in Amsterdam on stage as an improviser. But then I wrote a rap there, and then when I went back to San Francisco, I joined an improv troupe. I started doing stand-up, but I would end all of my stand-up sets with a rap, a funny rap called I don't know if I can say it.
Say it.
White bitches, or not white bitches, straight bitches. Hilarious. I'm the white bitch. I'm the white bitch. Straight bitches, and it was a funny song about straight girls breaking my heart, basically. And then everyone's like eyes when I rapped. I'm like, oh. Should I be rapping? This is like anybody can stand up, but I was like, I think I've got something here. And then I started doing a lot more of just creating my own music.
Now, when you were doing these improv, were they rhythmically based? Were you hearing like a beat in your head and it was coming, or were they you just kind of
like a normal like improv scene, like.
So it was like a stand-up comedy thing,
absolutely.
or like whose line is it anyway? Something like that.
But it just gave me the confidence. That's where I got the confidence to be on stage and learned a whole lot about being on stage for sure with that, because that was terrifying to me in the beginning. But now I'm much more comfortable. But yeah, I just realized I was like, why am I doing like me rapping doesn't have to be a joke? You know what I mean? That's what I got to. I'm like, oh no, I'm actually good at this. Maybe I should take it further and try to develop this. And then, like the big. Did
you have the name? Did you already have your MC name?
No,
or you just like...
no, I did not. That happened in Amsterdam too, because you know my full name, as we've said before. And one of my friends one day was like, "Yo, what up, JFP?" Like he just shortened it, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" I don't know. It was like that easy. And I'm like, brother, that's it. I just gotta shorten it, because a lot of people in the beginning I'd make people print my full name, and like people were like, "Okay, Julie, we can't actually put that in the paper, and we can't like put that on the flyer." So eventually, it's just JFP, and we just tightened it up. But yeah, improv and stand-up definitely got me to the confidence. But I've always been writing and always been listening to hip hop, so eventually they just kind of merged together.
And when did you? What came first as far as like when you went to the studio or how you recorded? Was there a song and then you just freestyled over it, or did you have a rap and says, I need to find music? What came first?
Definitely a writer. I write and write and write and write and write. And then typically it's like, yeah, let me have all these lyrics and let me listen to these beats and see if they match and see if I can match them. But now I both ways. I love just hearing a beat raw and hearing the energy and like, what does this make me feel, and writing to that. But then it was definitely, I had a lot of writtens, and my first album, when I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I paid like $10,000 for my first album. I didn't know, like in a studio, $500,000 for beats, and now I record at home on my own stuff for $20.
Oh, so you were you were just seeking beats.
Yeah, I was seeking beats from producers. Now I make my beats. Now I have a producer. But yeah, in the beginning, I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Okay, so what was the name of the first song that you recorded? Do you remember?
Probably Server Homies, which was
I remember that song.
Server Homies is about being a server at Olive Garden, 1068 right here in Bakersfield. Shout out to the OG Server Homies in the house, okay? we like that crew, like that era, like I still have, like one of my friends, Paul, came to the show last night, and it's like, I love all my Server Homies friends. That was like my struggle, like, we'd have like the West High football team come in on never-ending pasta bowl night and run us ragged for them breadsticks, and yeah. So
it's still down the street from the station right now, right?
That's right. Server Homies, man. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so you're coming in with this. Of course, at the time, like white rappers, or since the age of Vanilla Ice, white rappers have always been kind of like, it's always like, all right, you get a little bit of the side eye,
sure,
or eyebrow comes up. Can they? All right, white dude wants to rap. Oh, now a white chick wants to rap. Okay, well, how do you go and step into that arena? What kind of mindset do you go into? You have to put yourself into before you step out in front of an audience. I'm like, look at, I'm this white chick from Bakersfield.
Right.
I'm going to show you what I do. What do you do?
It used to be harder. I used to really like feel that, right? Now I feel I'm very confident, and I'm in my own lane. That's what it is. I'm not rapping about anything. I'm rapping about being a server at Olive Garden, right? I'm not rapping about being a Crip in Long Beach. I'm not a Crip in Long Beach. I'm a, So I as I grew and matured, I'm like, no. There's like Korean dudes rapping. Why the hell can't I rap? Like rap isn't exclusive to anything. And sure, there's pioneers, and I acknowledge the pioneers. I pay great homage. I know who. I know who taught me, and I just feel like I stay in my lane, and I think that I'm good. I know that I can execute on a stage, and even if you do not like my raps, you'll respect me by the end of that set, because you can see that I've put a lot of love and energy into my craft. You know?
What was your first official live show?
Wow, it might have been. It might have been in Bakersfield. There was, what was it, like Club 702 or something?
Club 902.
Okay, I think there's
That
numbers
was
in
the
it.
show. That was
Yeah,
the show
was
that
a
we
show-
were talking about with you and the Munchers,
Yeah,
right?
I want to think that was one of the first big ones that I did. I know in San Francisco, because in 2007 we went on, then was very prolific, was called the Homo Revolution Tour. And that was a first ever nationwide gay hip hop tour. The
Yeah.
CNN covered it. I got an advocate ad. I got in Curve magazine. Like, they give us a lot, because what are all these gay rappers? And they were like, everyone was worried we were going to die when we went to Texas, but like, all these gay people came out and rocked with us. Military gay people at that. Like, it was epic. Like,
Yeah.
But it was a really big deal at the time to be on an all-exclusive gay hip-hop tour, and that was in 2007.
Wow. And what are some of your memories of that?
Oh, just so much fun, such camaraderie, and such, we were all just so excited to have the opportunity. And probably one of the best shows was in El Paso, Texas, and I swear to God, it was like 5 people. But those 5 people bought every single artist, every single piece of merch we had, and they made the room feel like there was 300 people in there. It was such good love. It was just amazing to meet people, and they were just like, "You're a gay rapper." It was like I was a unicorn at the time, right? Like, how does this work? I'm like, I just pick up a microphone and I say my story, you know?
Yeah, it's almost
So-
it's like a punk rock thing, you know, like you
Yeah,
just like
I've heard that.
You just have they are who they are, you know,
Yeah.
and it's like they just happen to be gay,
Right.
But you know, you don't think about it. But I think at the time, like the first time I came across you,
Yeah.
it just kind of blew my mind. I guess I never thought about it,
Right.
Because you think, well, they rap, but you know. Now, I want to kind of, before we get back to the music, when you're talking about going on, what was the name of the tour?
The Homo Revolution Tour.
Yeah, the
Look that
Homo Re-
up.
yeah.
There's a lot of press about that. It's a really big deal.
I definitely have to go. You go look up that. Everybody out there listening, but like you know, here we are. If that's the late 2000s. 2000, what was 2007?
2007 was the Homo
2007. Now
Revolution.
here we are in 2023.
Right.
Now you've had more average, everything from Lil Nas X
Oh, yeah.
to, you know, I mean, so many things have changed in the hip hop world of the way artists are expressing themselves.
Yeah.
They've gone away from like hip hop is just a machismo thing.
For sure.
But, you know, not only for, you know, it's changed. There's more successful female rappers to LGBTQ plus trans, the community, everybody. Hip hop is for everybody, and that's what we're
Right.
seeing right now.
Right.
But at the time when you're coming up, I want to just go back. When did you come out? How old were you?
I was here, 19 or 20. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had a girlfriend, and it was just pretty obvious at one point. My aunt actually told my mom, she was like, I think Julie's gay. Mm-hmm. She's like, look, the way she looks at that girl, I'm pretty sure she's in love with her. And she was right, and I was. And so, I mean, that wasn't good. When I first came out, it was not very good in the family, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, daddy didn't want a gay girl, but, you know, it's now,
came around.
now it's totally different. My dad's great and it's fine. And, you know, but yeah, it was terrifying. It was horribly uncomfortable and very scary in here. I had a rainbow sticker on my car in Bakersfield at 20, and I definitely, you know, got looks and got, you know, not everyone was down with that, you know.
Break time. We'll be back. It's the Bako Tunes podcast with Matt Munoz.
If you're injured in an accident, you need a team who knows the law, a team respected by our community and the legal industry, a team with a winning history in Kern County and beyond. Chain Cone Clark, the team you need when it matters most.
Time to call the Munchistas, the Munchers.
Education Center, this is Megan.
Megan, I'm trying to reach somebody from a band.
Yeah, this is the right number.
I was going to say, can I talk to the Munchers?
Yeah.
I'm on the phone right now with a member of the Munchers, and who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Tranju, the drummer of the Munchers.
The Munchers. So, Tranju, tell me a little bit about your band. When I first called the first time, I spoke with your vocalist, Megan Muncher, and when I asked her about Julie fucking Potter, who is one of the other artists that's going to be appearing that night, she said that both Julie and Megan are both from Bakersfield.
That's true. They're both from Bakersfield, and they're very excited. It's their coming home show.
That's a trip. So, is this the first time that you guys have ever performed here in Bakersfield?
Yes, it is, and we're very excited. Day after Thanksgiving, and everyone's going to be all nice and fat.
What about JFP? What do you know about her?
JFP, she's from Bakersfield, lives in San Francisco. She raps, and she's hardcore. She's in your face.
Right on. I'm looking over here at the little bio. It says, with flows about serving at Olive Garden and being a broke college student, and your contempt for the powers that be, you are sure to connect with this. To reiterate it, what can people expect at the show, which is going to be taking place this Friday, the night after Thanksgiving, at Club 902, which is located at 902 19th Street, Bakersfield, California, between O&Q and downtown Bakersfield. Don't miss it. What time does the show start?
Show starts at 10.
10 o'clock. It's free, right?
Correct.
All right, everybody out there listening to the Bako Tunes podcast, it's free, so there's no excuse. Okay, so one more time, what can people expect from the Munchers and JFP this Friday?
There's going to be a lot of drunk lesbians and a lot of drunk boys, and you're going to have a nice little fun, weird time.
Thank you, Trandrew.
All right, thanks.
Peace.
Bye.
Yeah,
For
you know,
sure.
we've talked about this on our Real Talk show many times because we've had representatives from the LGBTQ plus community, like Wendy Garay, who is a local LGBTQ plus educator and activist who helped develop the curriculum and educational resources for the Kern County school system, which a lot of people don't know. So the first time we brought her in 2021, she was in school. She was a little shy, but this time we brought her in. Oh, she was a completely different person, and she told us about everything. But a lot of people have not told her story, and that's what I find so fascinating about yours. Is like when we talk about the Bakersfield music scene and people that have, they move away. It's life takes you other places.
Yeah.
But at the time when you left, okay, so you come out of the closet in a notoriously red county.
Yeah.
Okay, so you already kind of have that strike against you as just I just
Sure.
want to live.
Yeah. Let me live,
I
bitch.
just want to live. But I also want to be a rapper, which of course
Right.
is notoriously known for being macho and sexist
Right.
and everything like that.
Right.
But you find a spot,
Yeah.
you find kindred spirits
Yeah.
that embrace you and bring out the best of you. And then you
Exactly.
find out that there are people just like you,
Yeah.
and they're looking at you like the responses that you get from people. I
Right.
think that's beautiful, and I think
Yeah.
that is one of the messages about Pride, is to remind everybody is that just go out there and be yourselves. There's someone else out there just like you,
Absolutely.
waiting. So, what are
Right.
some of the best responses that, just as far as like from young people in the LGBTQ plus community that are, maybe they might be questioning themselves, or they're unsure, they're safe, they're not ready to come out of the closet. What are some of the experiences that you've had with people coming up to you about seeing you doing what you think and shining up there on stage?
Yeah, I say my energy is what a lot of people comment on, right? Like on stage, like that energy, very powerful. Like it's a very, I definitely have political songs, and I definitely I have a song called San Francisco Values, and a song called Never Disappear, which was about the Prop 8, when Prop 8 was a really big deal, right? And they were we wanted to get married, and they wanted to stop us from getting married. Yeah, I mean, the responses are keep going, majority, just like we need this, we need more voices, we need more representation. And that's funny, when the Advocate did a story on the Home Revolution Tour, and they did a little snippet on me, and it's interesting, they kind of my point was yes, I'm gay, but you never hear the straight rapper Ice Cube's pulling up to the whatever, it's so I didn't like the fact that I had to I'm a gay rapper. I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I love women, whatever, I also like tacos and weed. Do I need to put that in front of my name too? So to me, it was but at the time, I understood the importance. Now I'm come on. Now it's get over it.
I guess that's the price you pay for being a pioneer.
Right.
right?
It was you're a gay rapper, you're a gay rapper. And I'm fine, I'm a gay rapper, but I actually am just a great MC. Let's focus on my, criticize me or praise me for my MC skills, not for my sexuality. To be so identified with that to me now just seems so not important, that's not, I'm me and you're you, but let's talk about the art. I want to focus on the art. But then there was no way to get around that I am a white dyke rapping on a microphone, what is happening,
Yeah.
you know? So I feel really grateful. I feel really blessed to be a part of it. And yeah, the response is just continuously like, keep going, keep going. I remember with someone in Texas, literally like this girl was in tears and she pulled me out and she goes, no matter what, don't ever stop. You have it.
Yeah.
And like this random girl, you know, I don't know her, but like that means so much to you, you know? That means so much when someone sees you. I believe when someone says, I see you, it's the same as saying, I love you. You know, I see you. I'm like,
Yeah.
thank you. That was deep to me. So
That's beautiful.
I'm not
That's beautiful.
stopping.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, let's talk about, I want to talk about some of the history of JFP artist and some of the shows that you've had. So you started at Club 902,
Yeah.
which I think now is like it's some sort of like I don't know, like maybe like a job center service. But I
Okay.
remember when it was a nice little
yeah,
nightclub
it was
over
dope.
there.
What a great little stage
Yeah,
in there,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
That stage was dope.
So you moved to LA. When did you move to LA? Oh, yeah, because you're talking about college and everything like that.
Yeah,
so college is taking
college
you
took
everywhere.
me everywhere. I mean, I actually got my bachelor's here at Cal State Bakersfield, a bachelor's in kinesiology.
Yeah.
Then I went to San Francisco State, attempted to get an MBA. That was not reality. After I came back from Amsterdam, I realized I'm a performer. What am I doing? Get into performance gear. But yeah, I went to a lot of different colleges. And then eventually I came back down to Long Beach to get my master's in recreation. So my other passion is I work with kids and adults with disabilities. So, and I combined those two with music. So I do like camps with movement and music with kids with disabilities.
Do you play your songs?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
I absolutely,
Good,
I
good,
absolutely
good.
perform for them, and I typically always write a song. Like I love doing like commissions. Like write me a song about this thing. So I wrote like little, you know, a little basketball for kids with autism. I wrote a little Camp Nugget song for them, you know, about basketball. And like I love to write and I love to create. But like yeah, I guess you said my first performances were in Europe. And still, my best performances are in Europe. I think that I could absolutely be extremely successful artist in Europe because they have such a different mindset. They don't give any craps that I'm white or gay or whatever. They hand you a microphone and
Yeah.
go.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Everybody gave me a microphone everywhere I went in Europe, but in LA and San Francisco, I'd say LA more.
Arms crossed.
You know, it's like, what's this
Show
white
me.
girl gonna do on the mic? I'm like, give me it and let me, you know, but there's 300 boys in front of me that they want to hear first. So,
Oh, yeah.
but you know, I'm consistent and I don't give up. You can't beat somebody who doesn't give up.
Yeah. How often do you perform live?
I mean, the lockdown sure slowed things down a whole lot, right? So
Are you doing virtual stuff?
I mean, just my content on my own, like posting my own videos I'm recording in my own home studio. But no, I mean, I didn't perform like this last performance I just had last weekend at West Hollywood Pride. You know, they flew me out, they put me up in a hotel, they paid me, so that was like huge for me. They flew me from Pennsylvania. I mean, it was beautiful, right? And I'm like, this little gay girl's come a far way, you know. No, I didn't perform a lot during the pandemic. I was, you know, healing, writing. I also moved from California to Pennsylvania in 2020. So I'm a lifelong Californian, but when everything happened, I was over there. And I literally heard God just say, you're going to stay. And he kept canceling my flights. My flight got canceled like 4 times in a row, and I'm like, I guess I'm staying here. My girlfriend's there. I live there with my partner.
Oh, so your home base is
My home. I live in the forest of Pennsylvania now.
Oh, game changer. Okay,
Yep,
all right.
I'm
all right.
100. I'm like an hour and a half north of Philly. But I mean, that was just in 2020. So I'd say my last like major performance was in 2019 in Long Beach. I've done a couple little things. I did one like house party in Philly and a couple little open mics, But now, like this past week, I've performed 3 times because I know how to perform in California, and they have a huge hip hop scene here. And in the forest of Pennsylvania, I've got to be a cover band and like have some guitars and drums behind me, you know, unless I go to Philly into the city. So I haven't got to do a lot of performing since the lockdown. So this week I've performed 3 times, and it's been incredible. You know, now I'm like, I guess I'm going to Philly and New York when I get home. You know,
No, that's fantastic. Okay,
Yeah.
so what about your fan base? How are you cultivating a fan base? If you know, is a lot of social media stuff, or are you getting interviewed? You know, what's happening? How are you doing?
Yeah,
that?
I mean, you just got to go so hard on this content, and I would say I wish I was an artist like in the 1940s when you could just like be great and you never knew anything about them.
Yeah.
But now you're like, this is what I had for breakfast. Here's my dog, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, just being consistent on my social media and reaching out to people. I still have, it's dope. I'll still have people like find me on YouTube and be like, I saw you 10 years ago at San Diego Pride. You're still rapping? And I'm like, yeah, I'm still rapping. Julia's going to be 88 years old, gray-haired granny rapping. Like, dude, you don't understand the drive inside of me. And, I think, I have I have an email list. My website's 123jfp.com because my birthday's January 23rd, so 123jfp. I send out an email blast every full moon. I'm on all the socials, and I just try to stay really active and I'm always writing. Like for 2021, I put out a new song every month on the full moon after the pandemic. I'm like, okay, Julie, you have to get back in it. And I just forced myself, and me and my producer and engineer lives in LA, but doesn't matter that I'm in the forest now. I just record it, send it to him. Yeah. He edits it, shines it up. I put it out. So being able to create and be consistent has been really, really helpful for people to know, Julie's still doing this. Julie's never going to give up. And I believe, if you go check me now and you fall in love, I've got a catalog. I've got 50 songs deep, and I'm not going to stop, so...
Yeah, people want to hear the music. How could they? Are you on all the platforms?
I'm on everything. JFP RAPZ for the socials. But iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen to your music, I'm there for sure.
And all your socials. What are your socials?
JFP RAPZ, JFP Raps. Remember when Z's were cool?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still cool, but that's what I was like. I'm not changing anything. Some people will say J Fraps, and I'm like, I don't care what you remember it as. Just follow me, give me some love.
I think that I remember that because that was the email. Did you have?
My email used to be Judawg, Judawg. Okay, that was, and then someone's like, Julie, this isn't a professional email. You can't get jobs with this. I'm like, I don't want jobs. I'm a rapper. I'm Judawg. But yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, what are some of the things you got coming up? I mean, so we're in the middle of the year. Yeah, it's Pride Month, but life is goes on all the time. So what do you got coming up in the future? What are plans?
I am working on, believe it or not, it would only be my second album. So I dropped my first full-length album in 2007. And then since then, I've dropped just consistent EPs and singles. So right now, I am working on my sophomore full-length album. Oh. So that's a big deal. I've been working on that. I think I've got all the tracks. There still needs to be a lot of more polishing done for about 3 or 4 of them. But that is called, the name of the album is called Soul Sealing. And that is because I believe, there's only a level so high you can go in the industry and keep your soul intact. Okay. Yeah. Just to be real legit. And that's only as high as I want to go. I don't have a desire to be Snoop walking down the street and be inundated. I don't have a desire to be famous. I have a desire to be impactful. And that's very different energy about it. So I'm not going to sell out, basically, is the whole point of this. I realized I was rapping, and every rap I had, I'm talking about God, and I'm talking about freedom, and I'm talking about, things that you're not going to hear typically on a radio station of mainstream hip hop. Yeah. And so I was like, I've really got to dive into this, and especially the spiritual and healing transformation over these past 3 years, I think for everybody on the planet. I know I've got to speak about God a lot more, and I've got to speak about my spirituality a lot more, and that's also crazy because I'm gay, right? How is this gay girl? I was like, but God made me just like he made you, and so I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to just be an example. I'm going to tell you my story of what God's done in my life. And so the concept of soul sealing is I only want to go as high in music as I can while still keeping my soul intact.
Nice.
So
if there's anybody that you would love to collaborate, you did a lot of collaborations over the years, or has it just been
I'm horrible at collaborations just because my follow, I should say I used to be. My follow through game used to be horrible. But now that I started lifting weights and being consistent in that area of my life, it's transferred into everything else. So I definitely have some collabs coming up. I hopefully will have one on the album. But yeah, I'm totally open to it. You want to collab with your girl? There's some rappers I definitely want to collab with in town that I met last night for sure. And
what about some big names? Who would you like to collaborate with? What would be your dream list?
I mean, number one is the D.O.G. There's no doubt. Snoop knows it,
I think I saw a picture of you performing, and you were wearing the dog doggy style outfit.
the shorts.
Shorts.
I got those are like men's underwear, right? I got like the doggy style shorts, the shirt, the jacket. Again, like during the lockdown, I was determined. You know, when we were getting all that unemployment money. You know, a couple purchases definitely went to like I'm buying performance gear. Like I was manifesting that like we would be able to go outside again and get on stage. So I bought a hell of a lot of performance gear during that during 2020, just because I like refused to give up on the dream. It was scary for a while. Like, well, what the hell's happening? And I'm like, I'm going to get on stage again. I'm going to perform. But yeah, I mean, I also have the benefit. I don't know if you know that I am, like I said, I'm a special needs coach. So Snoop has a special needs football league called the Snoop Special Stars. So I am a coach. So I've coached with Snoop for 5 years already. So he knows me. But he knows me as a coach, and he's given me nothing but love, and he's been super supportive. I mean, that is everything I want to do. I want to coach for him for my rest of my. I'm a volunteer. You know, there's no money. I don't get paid to do it. No one gets paid to be in the league, and you know, we have 100 kids in East LA that come to this camp. We bring in the NFL Chargers, Hip Hop Harry, we have DJs, and of course Snoop comes through, and we do this big epic camp every year. I'll do it this year too, so I'll probably come back for that in the summer to finish that. But yeah, Snoop, no count. Snoop, if you're listening,
have you ever give him a CD?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I stalked that man for like a decade before I ever met him. You know, every bodyguard has my CD. Like when he probably has every demo I've ever had everywhere. Somehow I did get it to Snoop, but everybody around Snoop wants to rap.
Oh, of course.
So, and I know that like the white girl, you know, like I know I've got to prove myself, but he hasn't seen me perform yet, and I'm very convinced once that man sees me perform, his eyebrow might raise a little bit, you know. I would love to do like a Long Beach song with him for sure, you know. That would be epic. That's the dream.
I'm gonna sign you right now.
Yeah, and see, I don't want to sign to Death Row. No, I don't want to sign to Death Row. I just want an independent collab with Snoop. My music, I would be good. I'd be a rap. That'd be sweet.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm so glad that we got to catch up because I know you're heading off to LA. I thought maybe you're going over there to live in LA. So are you catching a plane? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm in. I've only been here about a week, and I just like dialed it up because when they were flying me out for West Hollywood Pride, I'm like, okay, how do I make this like a little mini tour? What else can I do? So I had a show in Long Beach last week, and I was like, let me book a show in Bakersfield, and shout out to Off the Rails on 18th Street, one of the only venues allowing live hip hop. You know, this is a honky tonk town and a metal town, and not a lot of hip hop love, you know, unless you're going to Jerry's maybe. But like, and shouts to Jerry's because they've been holding it down forever. But Off the Rails on 18th List have a live hip hop show last night, and that was epic.
Yeah, Becca and the whole crew over there.
Yeah.
Really, you remember that place used to be Fish Lips.
Right. I was like, why don't I know what this is? And she told me, I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. Everything looks so different to me. Everything's so much bigger here.
Oh yeah.
Than what I remember. Those freeways that. It's great.
No, so much of Bakersfield has changed, but the one thing that hasn't changed is the quality and the hypeness of Julie fucking Potter, baby. I said it. You hear that? I said it loud and proud. Julie fucking Potter.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
All right, so you got to introduce. We're gonna play a couple tunes.
Okay.
So I know you sent me 2 tracks.
Yes. Okay, yeah, the first track is going to be Pick Yourself Up. This is my latest track. DJ Rod Rapid is on the beat. No cuss words in it. You're going to enjoy it. I like to say that I'm the Tony Robbins of rap because I'm trying to inspire you and motivate you to know that you got everything inside of you to do anything you want in this life. So this song is called Pick Yourself Up.
All right, let's do it.
Whoa. You going to hit him like this? You going to hit him like this?
I'm only coming with the slickness. You better watch this. I'ma need a witness. I got a hit list. They got a wish list. Moonwalking on them, they gon' miss this. They can't diss this, they wanna kiss this. Enlist this, they can't resist this. Mentions of my name are mandatory. Every track on the album an allegory. Talk a revolution, the rest just bores me. Looking in the mirror like God adores me. I implore thee, use your own mind. Your heart has the answers inside. Learn to ride the tide, up and down, and left to right, and side to side. Let go of pride and focus on your soul. See joy every day. That's the goal, hey. So what you wanna do? You gonna quit or come through? Do you really wanna move? You gotta never give up. You keep going no matter what. You gotta feel it in your guts. I only hang with real ones, the youngest ones talking. I've been spitting, they've been squawking. The difference is seen in how we're walking. My head held high, this to the side walking. I've been the one without a gun, but now I got a gun, so now they gotta run. I'm always having fun, cause time is undone, and we are all one. We all one, but they want us to spit, fight, and kill. I'm like, bro, slow down, hit this, chill. We got the will, there's a different way to feel. Word? But first you gotta heal. Not with the pill, but with the ill. You face your sickness and sit still. Cry, forgive, make it up that hill. That's how you heal. So what you wanna do? You gonna quit or come through? Do you really wanna boo? And you know what you gotta do? You gotta pick yourself up. You gotta never give up. You keep going no matter what. You gotta feel it in your guts. I said pick yourself up. Don't you never give up. You keep going no matter what. You gotta feel it in your guts. So what you wanna do? You wanna quit or come through? Do you really want it, boo? And you know what you gotta do.
All right, we're going to play another tune by Julie fucking Potter. Julie, JFP. I'll say JFP because it's a clean song.
Yeah.
JFP. JFP, why don't you introduce the next jam?
Okay, the next jam, this one was going to be called Fun Style. And what's cool about this one is I made the beat. So I'm the producer and the writer on it. And it was, again, during the lockdown, I'm like, you know what? I need to start my skill set. So I started learning how to make beats. I'm not claiming to be the greatest producer by any means, but I think it's good. And I hope you enjoy it. It's called Fun Style, and it has a great vibe, good energy.
All right, here we go. Here we go. JFP.
Yeah. You ready? Yeah. And I do it with style and I'm having fun. Pretend to be so cumbersome. And I've been a real one since the beginning, hun. They don't scare me, I won't run. I've been popping up in big combos. I'm not flexing, just know my life goes in a different direction. It ain't about perfection, it's about living every moment with the proper inflection. Now sometimes you go low, sometimes you go high. Just don't let life pass you by. It's a gift every breath, whether you're happy or hating. You're the only one you need, so stop and wait. I've been in beast mode, now the frequency clear. I got more tasty and the vultures appear. Energy reader, I got nothing to fear. You better get right before you come near. Hey, I can see, so I keep coming. They blind, so they keep stunned. Different breeds, no future in your front. It's rabbit season, fools we hunt. I can see, so I keep coming. They blind, so they keep stunned. Different breeds, no future in your front. I stay true, now I'm the one they want. Rules here, yeah, we're meant to be broken. So many lies that the people are choking. I keep a smile blazing, bitch, but I'm not joking. So much truth is yet to be spoken. So we token to slow the rush. The pain is real and my face is flush. Proper care, hair, teeth, a brush. Toxins out, yeah, we gotta flush. Lemon water, I'm more than a daughter. A warrior here, not afraid of the slaughter. I'll fight the good fight and praise the Most High. Nothing that was meant for you will pass you by, no lie. Just keep being you, cause fake fools don't know how to. Show them you something about to. You got clear, no demons around you. Hey, I can see, so I keep coming. They blind, so they keep stunned. Different breeds, no future in your front. It's rabbit season, fools we hunt. I can see, so I keep coming. They blind, so they keep stunned. Different breeds, no future in your front. I stay true, now I'm the one they want. I can see, so I keep coming. They blind, so they keep stunned. Different breeds, no future in your front. It's rabbit season, fools we hunt.
Want to thank my special guest, Julie effing Potter for being on the Baco Tunes podcast. I love catching up. We have so much history. We're Bakersfield born and raised, the Kern County, so we are kindred spirits in our own areas of music.
Thank you, Matt. I really appreciate it. I'm Folly Forever. I love Mento Buru. Let's go. Woo! Shouts out to the band, and I appreciate the opportunity, and I need that hometown love, y'all, okay? Because I'm going places. I need it, and I appreciate you so much. So thank you.
You're very welcome. We got you.
All right.
Yeah, that was fun.
Love it.
The Baco Tunes podcast with Matt Munoz. New episodes every week. And for the latest, be sure to follow us at Baco Tunes on Instagram and Twitter. That's BAKOTUNES. And be sure to like us, rate us, comment at us, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back next time.
Hey, man, bring that big bag. I ain't done.
Now go away or I shall taunt you a second time.
Baco Tunes Radio.